All right, let's see. Let's see what we got here, man. Man, we about to talk some shit today, man. I'm by myself today, man. We about to talk some shit though, man. Like, let me hold up, man. Let me play something real quick, bro. Let me play something because this the kind of mood that I'm in right now. Hold on, we ain't playing that. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I ain't ready for this, man. Say it with your chest, man. This the type of energy that we on today, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Talk fucking heavy, Geechi Gotti. Let's go, baby. King of battle rap. Let's go. No studio in.
You want a pair, till one appear, not put one appear. Body parts everywhere. Some was here, some of there. Unaware, vest on, you gon' put me
New era,
underwear.
baby.
All I
New
wanna hear
era.
is what size shirt your baby
I
mother
be in
wear.
the trenches, and hell nah, he ain't coming there. Damn, why I shoot the crib up, he had his son in there. Tell her turn your favorite outfit to some summer wear. Have your face on some t-shirts that your mother wear.
Fuck a couple shots, I'd probably bring 100 there. Then send your mama your blood back to some Tupperware. Ain't no better feeling than catch your op when he unaware. Your bitch call me the pipeline, she need plumbing there.
So I don't fucking care, line you up like I'm cutting hair. Pop the trunk, you get stuffed in there with no fucking air. Pull strings like a puppeteer. Have my youngin' get up close range like Tampa Bay. Fucking here. Top shelf gun up there, 12 baggies and some ton up there.
Mook dodged the bullet. Mook dodged the bullet.
Niggas scared, two jaws come in pairs. Got his
That's the
folks
bullet
running
he would've
scared.
got.
Track runs only come if money there. Get your feelings hurt, I put you in a hearse. Get sent to church, I peel half this 30 like I split
I
a
was a sinner first, God forgive, I put in plenty work. I never snitched, they had to kill me first. Seen mama's cry when that semi
In the
burst.
kitchen whipping the pot, put my wrist to work. Book bag, hold a pound, it's that different work. Remember holding my first gun, like how this shit to work. First nigga ain't hit his head, but I ain't miss his shirt.
Ooh, that's all y'all need. That's all y'all need for right now. That's all y'all need, man. We could. I need to put top tier on the beginning of this joint, whatever. But yeah, man. That's the type of energy I'm on today, man. Because you know what I mean. When something happens over the weekend, something good, something that put you in good spirits, whatever, or something that maybe validates maybe your opinions. You just walk around with a different kind of swag, man, and that's how I'm feeling tonight, man. That's how I'm feeling today. But yo, let's start the show, man. Yo, welcome to the 280 Plus podcast. I'm your host, Los Def, and yeah, man, I'm here by myself today, and we gonna get back to regularly scheduled programming. Hopefully we can make this kind of concise. Somewhat short and sweet, but your boy, I'm long-winded, man, so I could get some shit off. But yeah, man, this weekend, man, big weekend. Halloween weekend. Halloween was on Sunday this year, so the trick-or-treating happened Friday night out my way. And I had my son, my little brother, my dad came up, with my little brother. Had the young boys trick or treating. I didn't even know that they both was on some, they was on some scary costume type stuff. You know what I mean? My little brother had on the Jason whole outfit, like killer hockey player type John. My son, he wanted to be the costume says Ghostface, but it's Scream, right? And he had this special one where he had this little pump with it, and it would like squirt blood onto the mask, whatever. So yeah, he was getting kick out of that. We was in the cold, but yeah, they end up getting a good haul, man. They end up getting a lot of candy, and it kind of worked out for them, man. So shout out to my dad for making that happen for us. He, since it was raining, I had the umbrella. Pops had the whip, so we would, he would kind of do a little bit of a drive by. And then we would hit up a couple houses or whatever, and then do it like that, whatever. But yeah, the boys, my son, since he's only 7, and since he's been trick-or-treating, he'll never make it past the first hour. You know what I'm saying? 6 to 7, that's all he need. He don't, after 7 o'clock, he'd be like, yo, are we done yet? Like, he'd be tired of it. So that was good. Another Halloween though that I did not do anything, right? And I don't know, it's not that I'm against Halloween. I'm not one of them people that I don't have any like religious reservations where I cannot celebrate Halloween. I'm not one of these people that, whatever, the consumerism part of it, I don't care about that. it's just I don't be thinking about it. Like, and actually I did think about this year. I thought about it in September because I took my son to Spirit. And it was early, so Spirit wasn't even fully put up yet. Like they just opened the store, so there's a lot of inventory missing, whatever. And I was thinking like I'm gonna dress up, and then the way the work schedule kind of goes down, man. It just I got so many other things to worry about that I did not worry about that. Also too, I got a little bit sick. You know what I mean? I'm well though. Just has a little sinus cold, whatever. No COVID or nothing like that. But yeah, we good money, man. But my man Hannibal, he said, I mean, I posted pictures of my son, and he gave me the best suggestion, which something I just never thought of, because I was like, I never know what I want to be. And he said, well, I ask my kids every year what they want daddy to be. So I said, you know what? That's because my son's gonna get a kick out of that. So that's what we're gonna do next year. I'm gonna actually dress up. I'm gonna go to a party, something. And whatever I'm wearing is my son said that's what he wanted me to wear. So we're gonna do that, man. So we're gonna do that. Other than that, man, yeah, it was a big battle rap event. We're gonna save that for the end, whatever. It's funny because when I listen to Joe Budden podcast every now and then, I used to listen to it heavy. Now it's kind of sporadic, but anytime they talk about battle rap, they say like the pussy be drying up. The pussies be drying up, whatever. So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna save that for the end, whatever. I noticed too, like the views go down when I talk about battle rap. I don't know, like I guess I'm not battle rap established enough yet. But I got some shit to get off, you know what I mean? And we're gonna celebrate a little bit over here. So we are gonna talk about some battle rap. But I got some TV stuff to talk about. Some I do have a season review on a very popular Netflix show. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about Will and Jada. And then we're gonna end it with this recap, man. So TV, man, what y'all watching right now? Right now, the fall season is probably the best season for TV. Typically, that's when most seasons actually start of certain TV shows, whatever. So if you're in the HBO world, you know what I mean, the Insecure is back. You know what I mean, final season. You know what I mean, I'm not here to talk about Insecure quite yet, whatever. But the way the first episode ended, I will say this. Wow, that was some crazy shit, you know what I mean? And just imagine, man, like just imagine you going to a reunion, whatever, high school reunion, you seeing some people, no, actually college reunion, you see some people that whatever, and then y'all go back to kind of like your old neighborhood, whatever, your old stomping grounds, and then the people that you was just with, they line you up to get robbed. Like that's what happened at the end of episode 1. You know what I mean? I still got to watch episode 2. So yeah, that's what happened at the end of episode 1. And I was just like, whatever. But it looks like Molly and Issa, it looks like they kind of that near life and death experience might be what's gonna tie them back together. We did not see the girl Condola with the baby, the one that's pregnant to Lawrence. We did not see her this episode, in that first episode. So maybe they will bring her back out. So yeah, so Insecure is back. Curb Your Enthusiasm is back. You know what I'm saying? If you know the GOAT, Larry David, you know that. And if you know me, that's one of my favorite shows ever, man. I was watching that show in the early 2000s when Netflix used to send you the DVDs. I used to rent the seasons, you know what I mean, of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I knew he was the creator of Seinfeld. I started watching Curb. That shit was crazy. I own the first like 5 seasons on DVD. You know what I'm saying? So like, and this man, it come, back in the day, a DVD for a TV show, that's like 4 or 5 discs, you know what I'm saying? So so I got a bunch of the seasons. So that's back. And then another show that's back that's really popping. And I'm kind of glad that not a lot of people watch it yet, because I don't ever had to worry about spoilers, because I only know like 4 or 5 people that watch this show. And typically they have a certain etiquette about how they talk about TV shows, whatever. But also I understand the game. You know what I mean? I don't get mad about spoilers, because I know if I didn't watch something that's popular, I'm gonna stay off social media. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? That's the rules. You know what I mean? Unless you want to get disappointed. But the show that I'm talking about is called Succession. So it's on season 3 right now. Yo, go catch up, man. HBO is not paying me, but that is a good show, really good show. It definitely shows you the levels, man, when it comes to like wealth and like this $1 billion, like 1% wealth, like it's different, bro. Like, and it's crazy because the family, they kind of hate each other, but they kind of got a weird love for each other because at the end of the day, they have to uphold the empire. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even though, you know, blood is they having a lot of different clashes and people are trying to take over. At the end of the day, it's still the family, and they still have to kind of make it happen, whatever. So so I'm watching that. Right now, everybody, you know, in the streets, everybody talking about BMF. So BMF is cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's a cool show. It's not great though. I'll say that. I'll be honest to say that it's not great. Shout out to Rare Fine. My girl Bree, she commented on Twitter recently. She was just saying like, yo, I think 50 Cent need to hang it up. Like, we don't need no more of these shows. I don't think, and I think she kind of came from it from like we don't need these hood shows. You know what I mean? I think she was talking about kind of like a narrative that's kind of being pushed. I don't think there's a narrative being pushed per se, right? Because I think it is just entertainment. I do like it because it is supposed to be based on real events, whatever. So that just kind of raises the authenticity of it. I'll be honest though, the acting is bad. Like, the acting is bad. Lil Meech, he's doing what he can do because, you know what I mean? I don't think he's a professional actor, but yeah, they got Big Meech's son playing him. So yeah, Lil Meech is playing his dad. And he's doing okay, but it's just not, it feels very awkward. It feels very like hokey at times, where it's just like my girl Kaisha Jennings, I had her on a couple episodes ago. She said like it just looks like they're trying to act. Like, if you know what that means, if you could kind of spot that out, like an actor that's trying to act, it looks like somebody like acting in a high school play that's not gonna go to the next level. That somebody's they just got a part, and it just looks like they're reading lines. You know what I mean? Like, they're not acting, they're just reading lines. And that's what it kind of seems like at times. One thing I say about the show as well is that it feels like we know where Meech is headed in terms of just, obviously they try and grow the empire. The brothers, right? The Flannery brothers, they try and build their empire. The only thing is, usually in these street shows, and this is where I actually will give them authenticity credit, right? So typically in these street shows, right, it's always like a turf war. Like, it's like, yo, this side fighting against this side to get the most money, or this person stepping on this person's territory or toes, and they basically trying to eliminate the competition. There is some of that going on, but like, yo, the antagonist in this show, right? His name is Lamar, and the character's last name is missing me right now. But Lamar, right? He actually does represent some street shit, just in the sense of like, yo, sometimes in life, you just gonna have haters. You know what I mean? Like, the antagonist in this show, he has no end goal. He's just a crazy shot out dude, you know what I'm saying, that really has nothing to lose, whatever. And we see that in the streets all the time. We see people, how people conduct themselves, how people move. And when you run into one of these dudes that don't got nothing to lose, it's like, yo, it's nothing that you cannot reason with those people, right? Like, you cannot reason with crazy. And he really don't want nothing other than to get rid of these dudes. You know what I mean? But like, he's still not about to like just shoot these dudes by himself or in broad daylight. Because there's been a couple instances where he could have probably pulled up and did some things. But I think also he's trying to keep himself out of jail. And also too, you just got that dynamic of the jealous ex. You know what I mean? He's the jealous ex, and he see the fly nigga that's getting his baby mom. And actually, it's not even his baby mom. It's just a woman that he was dealing with. He has like a stepdaughter to her that's not even his kid. But he's hating on the dude that was with her while he was locked up, right? And even though it feels like usually there's some type of end game whenever you're talking about an antagonist, whatever, but it feels like there's no end game here. But sometimes that's what it is in real life. Like, you just have a hating ass dude in your presence that they want nothing more than to bring you down. And that's kind of what Lamar represents there. So like I said, I will give it a point for that, for the authenticity. The acting is not good though. The storyline is what it is. Like I said, I said this before in a couple episodes. Like I'm not really familiar with BMF. I'm not familiar with the story. Like I never watched any documentaries on that. Like I watched some American gangster, documentaries and things like that, but they didn't have a season on or an episode on BMF. So like I missed the Black Mafia family in terms of what they got going on. But like I said, I'll give them some points, and I'll stay tuned in. I think the 50 Cent Power Unit, and this is not really part of the Power Universe, but I think the 50 Cent Empire, I think it's solid for what it is. And I think, the streets, we always want, I think we do still need stuff for us. You know what I mean? That's just entertainment. Everything don't need a think piece. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to, and that's not what this is either. I'm just a little quick recap what's going on. But yo, catch up to that. If you do like some like street type ish, you know what I mean? If you like Power, if you like Raising Kanan, if you like, you might want to give this show a chance. If you like shows that emulate real life or real life situations based on people in history, notorious history, infamous history, like criminals and drug dealers and stuff like that, then BMF might be your speed or whatever. But I did have I wanted to do a season 3 recap on the Netflix hit You, right? So, oh my gosh, I just finished it. And I didn't even realize I finished it last night, whatever. But yeah, and that's one of them shows though, that them Netflix shows, people like to do the binges, but the thing is with a Netflix show, especially if you just going season by season, them kind of binges hurt because you going. So I watched it in a week, and then now this shit ain't coming out till next year. Like, and I realized that, so I gotta find other things to watch, whatever. Now, if you got a couple seasons to watch, you got to time it right. You know what I mean? Watching a Netflix show, like if you know a new one's coming out, then you do that. But so I watched season 3, and this is what I'll say about just the show in general, right? The show is absolutely, if you've never seen it before, it's absolutely absurd, right? So it's one of them things where you really got to step out of reality for a second. Whenever you're watching this show, you just got to be along for the ride. You know what I mean? Because nothing that happens in this show could happen in real life. I don't give a fuck what anybody tells me. This shit is fake as fuck. Like it's fake as fuck. And it's always, I don't like shows that make me sympathize with crazy people. You know what I'm saying? It make me sympathize with weirdos, like not even crazy people, because there are shows where the antagonist is kind of like a villain, right? We seen that Breaking Bad. We seen that The Punisher. Like there's a lot of shows. I mean, seen that with SOA. If you watch Sons of Anarchy, they're really not good people. They're, you know what I mean? They're criminals. You know what I'm saying? They in this biker gang, whatever. But and then you kind of sympathize with them. But Joe, the main character of this show, he's a different kind of weirdo. Like, you know what I mean? He's a pervert. He's a stalker. And there, it literally has this dynamic where you kind of feel bad for the bull a little bit, and you want him to win a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe because it's an internal conflict, and you feel like he's gonna fight his demons and he's gonna overcome this stuff. So you are kind of rooting for that. But at the same time, he is a fucking weirdo. Like, he is shot out crazy, whatever. But anyway, it's an absurd show. You got to let go of all them kind of conventions, right? When you're talking about a show like this. And like I said, you got to be along for the ride. But if you remember the way, so season 2 ends, he's with this girl, her name is Love, right? And the way season 2 ends, we see that they move to the suburbs, and she's pregnant, because he was about to get her out of here too. Like, that was another woman that he was obsessed with. And if you don't know what the show You is, it's about this man who is a stalker. It's a show about a stalker, and we get into the psyche of how he picks the people that he wants to memorialize and be obsessed with, whatever. And we see all that, right? We see him walking through all this type of stuff. But I'll just say, man, the girl Love, the wife, whatever, Love is in the way. Love is in the way, man. And she kind of has some of that in her too, whatever. But the show starts out and episode 1, they get right to the shits, whatever, right? He likes it. We see that he likes a woman, whatever. By the end of the first episode, that lady's already dead, whatever. And the thing is, it's just one of them. It's kind of like Dexter. Like the show is kind of like Dexter because you see this killer and you see them like they have like a routine, a pattern in the way that they kill people, the way that they pick the people that they kill and be obsessed with, whatever. And then what's happening though is that you got this guy Joe who does that, and his wife now kind of knows that's his lifestyle, and he's let her in on it. So now now she thinks that she can, just because they're married and they have a connection, that she can kind of get down the same way that he gets down, but she can't because she's a rookie. She's a novice. She don't know what the hell she's doing. Now, granted, she did kill her husband in season 2. We saw that, right? She poisoned this dude to death, basically. But she don't know how to really get down with the get down like Joe does, right? And we see Joe is trying to he's trying to find some morals. We're trying to figure out like why he is the way he is. We know that he was a young boy that lived in like a library basement, like this man took him in, whatever. And he had a weird upbringing. We also knew that beforehand, we knew that when he was a young boy, he killed either his dad or his mom's boyfriend. And like I said, that's why I'm leaving it open like that, because the exact detail I would have to go back into it to see. But he killed a man that was abusive to his mom, whatever. But that kind of sent him into a home, so to speak, whatever. And so we see this group home dynamic, whatever, about him. And he's basically he's putting it all together. He's really trying to change, because now he's a father and he realizes that he cannot do what he's doing, or he cannot be this way for the rest of his life, especially if he's going to raise a kid. He doesn't want to raise a monster, whatever. So we see that element, whatever. But he has this wife that thinks that she can participate and do the things that he does, but she's super reckless with it, right? So she basically, the whole show gets set off with her murder, and the whole season is about them trying to cover up this murder, because there's literally no way to cover up this murder. To add on top of that, the lady that got murdered, her husband is like this tech guru, right? Like he's the type of guy that he's like Mark Zuckerberg, right? He can get your data. He can figure out where you are at any given time. And so it's some random shit like that. There's some swinging in this season that's a little bit crazy. But like, it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't like rooting for the mentally disturbed guy. Like, don't have me do that, whatever. Do not have me do that. However, and like I said, this is a spoiler. So, cause we can't go episode by episode, but in the end, we see that their relationship is toxic and it ain't really going to work. And he's trying to figure out a way to kind of get out of it. But we know that she's basically gonna, any type of woman that he shows an attraction to, any side chick, any fleeting thought that he has, she can read that. She can see that he's not fully in tune with her. So she's gonna kill anybody that he likes, right? So that's kind of what's happening. He's trying to pivot out, whatever, trying to move on, and she is not having it, whatever. And he ends up kind of foiling her plan. Basically, she tried to kill him the same way she killed her previous husband. And he figured it out. He figured out that she was growing some wolfsbane, which is like this paralyzing herb, whatever. And he got her out of there, man. He got her out of there. And my man, like, he faked his death. He was able to pin all the murders and everything. He was able to pin it all on her. He faked his death, and now we're gonna see my man. He's in Paris, whatever. It looks like he's gonna be in Paris in the next season. And one thing, a good thing to see is that it is gonna be renewed for another season. That's what we saw at the very end of the episode. It said, good news, it's gonna be for another season. So, I guess he's gonna be doing these crimes and stuff in Paris. Now, when it comes to the baby, yeah, I mean, we see that he essentially kind of gave his baby up for adoption, which that's kind of crazy. Like, obviously, that's gonna have to be addressed at some point. Like, he can't just assume a new identity, right? And like not come back to his kid. But he also killed the mom, right? So this kid is not an orphan because he gave it to a family that he knew, and he did one of them like leave it on the doorstep type shit, whatever. And it worked. It's gonna work out for him, whatever. But I'm interested to see how it kind of plays out. But love is in the way. And I just think about like, yo, she might be, when it comes to like TV wives, yo, like there's a lot of bad TV wives, man. And she might really take the cake for the worst TV wife, because she literally is like sabotaging everything. She's creating more problems for him, right? And your wife is supposed to bring you peace, right? She's supposed to be your peace. And she's not supposed to do that. And speaking of wives, though, speaking of bad wives, yo, man, let's talk a little bit about Will and Jada, man. We're gonna switch it up. Let's talk about Will and Jada. Talk about a bad wife, man. Yo, I don't care, man. I've been kind of low key, especially on Twitter for years. I've been low key kind of killing her for the last couple of years. And of course, right, we all the black community, we love Jada, like, because she's fine as fuck. Like, Jada Pinkett Smith is fine as fuck. Like, we all want to be with her, right? Like, we remember her from Set It Off. We remember her from Low Down Dirty Shame. We remember her from Menace to Society. Like we remember her. Like, she's a staple. She's a 90s woman staple, whatever, right? And obviously, Will and Jada, they've been together since the early to mid 90s. And so they've been married for, we looking at close to 30 years. I mean, like, it's going to be 30 years in a few years. It's going to be 30 years. But so at least a good 25, right? Solid 25 years that they've been intertwined, whatever, right? And I don't know, man. Like, yo, Jada is just making my man look bad, right? And I know that we always talk about like how people are obsessed with celebrity and things like that. And granted, for years, we looked at them as kind of like a couple that we could put on a pedestal, a couple that we could like turn to and think like, oh, yo, they got a good thing going on there, right? Like, that's a good relationship. But yo, over the last like 3, 4, 5 years, right? Jada is off the handle now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she cannot be contained. And I don't think she's being a good wife. Like, I do not think she's being a good wife, right? So, yeah, I mean, I feel like some of this, and we're going to go back before the entanglement. I can't give you a whole timeline of events, whatever, but like, I remember just years ago when we started hearing like the old stories start popping up, right? Like, about her. And we know that she had a friendship with Tupac, whatever. And like, she always does this weird shit where she kind of memorializes this person. And it just comes off a way, right? When a woman is memorializing a man that, now she said they were friends, right? But the way that she memorializes him, it feels like there had to be more. There had to be more there. And I think recently we found out that she probably did have something more, or I think we found out recently that Will has been jealous about that situation for years, whatever. But like, on the outside looking in, you know, that's all I'm thinking is like, yo, she be, she does some type of big commemoration for this dude, even if that was her friend. You can kind of do it low key. Like, everybody likes Tupac, whatever. There's ways that you could rest in peace to Tupac and all this, whatever, that it doesn't come off as like you're gushing about him and that like you're reminiscing about him. And like, it feels like, and when I started hearing them stories, to me automatically, it felt like, yo, she settled for Will Smith. Like she got with Will. That's not really the dude that she wanted. She probably wanted Tupac, right? But obviously, thug life, living how he was living, fast life, rapper, dangerous, whatever. Like, he was living a dangerous life. And she went with the stability. She went with the security, and she went with Will. So for years, we just looked at them as this great couple. Like, oh my gosh, like, yo, that's the gold standard. Like, literally for my generation, right? For my generation, probably the longest tenure couple I've ever seen in the Black community. Like, granted, there's probably some other ones like Angela Bassett. I think Angela Bassett and Courtney B. Vance, I think they've been together for a long time, but they don't have the same stature that Will and Jada have, right? So like, yo, but and then we hear about the entanglement with August Alsina, whatever. So she obviously was having an affair. But even before that, we heard rumors that they were in an open relationship. Well, they recently revealed that they have been in an open relationship, even though we kind of knew that. But yo, my question is, what kinds of information is acceptable to share about your spouse? Like, when do you start crossing the line, right? Because I just feel like she's saying too much, man. She's making a second career out of, like, yo, let me just tell all my business, whatever, right? Now, when we're in relationships and we're in the private eye, right? Like, we're just regular citizens, we're civilians, right? We're not stars or anything like that. And you always have your friends that you kind of confide in, and you might even have friends that you share some intimate details with. Like, you might have some friends that you talk about sex with and things like that. The thing is, you ain't gonna share that information with anybody that you assume would spread that information, right? Like, you just wouldn't do that, like, to where it could become public. You wouldn't do that. Like, as a normal person, you wouldn't do that. Now, celebrities, they have to deal with hiding their relationships every day. Like every day. Like, I mean, they got fucking paparazzi that sits in the bushes just waiting for people to get out of their cars. I mean, like, going to Starbucks or something like that. Like, they have, like, that's the kind of life and that's the kind of stars that Jada and Will are. And really, it's Will. Will is the star. Jada is, I mean, she definitely gives him some flavor. But like, yo, stars are constantly trying to hide information, right, from the public. And here you go, you got Jada Pinkett Smith. She just running the business. She just telling everybody everything, whatever, about everything that they got going on. And I promise you, I know Will is not for this shit. Like, he cannot be for this shit. He cannot support this at all. Like, he cannot support her talking about this. Like, we should not know that she was fucking August Alsina. Like, we shouldn't know, especially if they were in an open relationship. I think with an open relationship, it's weird. It's like, it's open to the couple, but like, everybody doesn't need to know that you're in an open relationship, because I think that kind of makes things a little bit weird too. Only the people, I guess, that you're trying to pursue, they should know that it's open, but like, everybody don't need to know. So we know about that. And now she basically talking about how basically she talking about how, like, Will ain't hitting that right. You know what I mean? If I had to paraphrase what she's talking about Will ain't hitting it right. She's talking about how their sex, it's hard to have a sex life with somebody after so many years, whatever. Dog, you know how that would feel. Like, one, if you just say, for example, you're not having sex with your wife, whatever, right? And she ended up telling a friend. Now, me, I'm the type of person that I know that if I'm with a woman, I know she's talking about me to somebody. Like, I know that I can accept that. I'm not crazy. I'm not thinking like, no, yo, you better not say nothing to nobody, right? But the people that you tell, you better hope and pray that shit stays with that person, right? Like, you better be talking to a vault, right? Well, she's not talking to a vault. She's talking to the public. She's telling people all about this stuff. And it's like, what, that don't help, whatever. But like, as a man, I just feel like she constantly is doing things to emasculate this dude, man. And like, he's probably like a shell of himself at this point. Like, we've seen some pictures of Will Smith over the years where he is looking kind of rough. You know what I mean? And granted, he's getting a little bit older too. But like, yo, don't tell your friends, you know what I mean, your guests on your little TV show, and I'm gonna say your little TV show, right? Don't be telling everybody about our sex life. You know what I mean? Like, you could talk in general, but like, you basically you giving up way too much information. So like, what information, what kinds of information is acceptable to share about your spouse? And then what's the cutoff point, right? What is the line that you cannot cross, whatever? But then she did make this comment about, she gets frustrated and like being in a relationship so long, like, it sounded like she was saying like she expects that her husband could be a mind reader. Like her husband's supposed to be able to read her mind and know what she wants at all times. And, you know, just as a regular person, we know that that's not how it works. And being an adult, being in several relationships, we know that's not what it is. And her whole platform is about openly communicating, right? Well, yeah, I mean, don't tell us about how you've been struggling, whatever, if you haven't been openly communicating with your husband. Like, there are certain things that you should know without it being said when it comes to your spouse. But I imagine that they probably don't see each other all like that. Like they can't see each other on a regular basis all year round, every year that they've been in a relationship. There's probably been years where he might have seen her only a couple months out the whole year. So of course there is that puts a strain on relationship, but also that means that you have to communicate more, right? Tell me that I'm not doing something, right? Don't go ahead and talk to your little friends, right? On social media and to the internet about me not fucking you. You know what I mean? Whatever, because all you doing is you inviting that's like sharks in the water, man. They smell blood, man. And I know people is going crazy. I remember after the August Alsina stuff, you know how many niggas was talking about wanting to be her side dude or wanting to be in an entanglement with Jada Pinkett Smith. Like we never even heard that phrase entanglement before Jada Pinkett. Like she's coining new words that we don't use. And yo, she is out of pocket, man. So like I say personally, Will, you still got something left in the tank, right? Pause, but you know what I mean, figuratively speaking. And granted, I know you was in an open relationship. I know you was getting your shit off too, bro. But fam, your kids are grown. You do not, brother, man, you do not need to subject yourself to that anymore. Yes, she is fine. But fam, you're Will Smith. Remember that, bro. You are fucking Will Smith, man, and you could fuck any woman that you want on a drop of a dime, man. What information does she have on you? What is your prenup that you cannot get out of? Because, bro, I ain't tolerating none of that shit, man. Fuck all that. You ain't about to be embarrassing me in these streets. You know what I mean? And that's what women talk about all the time, right? Women talk about that all the time when it comes to, like, hold on. I'm not gonna say that women condone cheating. I'm not gonna say that. But one of the main things is like, yo, I think there is a segment of women that understand, especially the men that they're dealing with. They understand that, yo, things happen, right? Things happen out there. But the thing that I hear the most, right, that women say, the consensus is that, yo, don't embarrass me on these streets. Do not embarrass me. And I feel like that should go both ways, right? Yeah, I mean, one, I'm not with that. Like, yeah, if I'm gonna be a man, I'm not. I mean, you're not about to have entanglements on me, like, you know what I mean? Like, we just not. I mean, you maybe with, and this is sexist, probably this is misogynistic. Yeah, you could probably have a little relationship with a shorty. You know what I mean? But if you just want to get piped by another dude, because I ain't doing it right, or you're not telling me that I'm not hitting it enough, then we probably need to figure something out with whatever. But when you rich like that, it's a lot harder to get out of situations, you know what I mean? So you do not need to subject yourself to that though, bro. And like I said, she got something on you, man, that you can't leave, man. Like, and you stuck to her, and she could just treat you however the fuck she wants, man. But yo, let's pray for Will Smith, man. That's the prayer right there. But anyway, yeah, that's it. That's that on that, man. That's that on that. So and like I said, we gonna I wanted to keep this kind of short, man. I wanted to keep this kind of short and sweet. Talked about some TV shows. All right, yo, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it, man. Yo, this weekend, Drake had a card, and yo, I'm actually happy about this because literally my last week's episode, we previewed it, and I never get to like recap something that I previewed, whatever, right? So this is I'm fucking dope. This is dope right now, right? So there was a battle card last weekend. It was called Till Death Do Us Part. Drake, it was in honor of Drake's birthday, and I already established Drake as the second GOAT. That's my word, and my word is bond. Drake is the second GOAT of hip hop, right? And like I said, one of the reasons, I think one of the things in his resume one of the things that makes his resume so strong, because we already know about the music, it's what makes you GOAT material is it's the stuff that you do outside of the music, right? Jay-Z is number one GOAT because of just his business acumen, everything that he's been in, everything that he's touched his hands in. You know what I mean? Like Rock Nation, management, nigga, use like my man was getting into managing athletes, whatever. You know what I mean? Owning sports teams, even if it was a percentage, like that's different kind of money, right? That's different kind of money, right? Balls, all these brands that he got, all, streaming services, like you, when you think about Jay-Z's empire, it's obvious why he's the GOAT, right? I mean, you even had clicks, you even had a click, you had a record label. I mean, you had all that type of stuff, right? So then you got Drake, right? Drake got the music, the superstar. He's a bigger superstar than Hove ever was, right? When it comes to superstar. But like I said, what the resume, one of his resume builders is his involvement in elevating battle rap. Battle rap is a very niche element of hip hop, right? Like it is growing though. It's a niche element that's like growing and growing and growing. Thanks to him, I think, whatever. And you know, I mean, they got basically battle rap events in honor of him. He was there the whole time. You know what I'm saying? It was a lit event. I would say though, when I look back at the predictions, I didn't really get anything right. Like, well, I did get one thing right, and we're gonna talk about that one thing. But just to kind of go down the card real quick, I did miss the Paste and Real Sick battle. The event started an hour later than it was supposed to start, whatever. And then I felt like I was just going to be out and about for a little bit. And I really just wanted to see, I had two battles that I needed to see. I needed to see Tay Rock and New Jersey Twerk, and I needed to see Geechi versus Lux, whatever. I figured that those was going to be the last two battles. I knew the main event, Geechi and Lux, but I thought Tay Rock and Twerk was going to be like battle number 5 because it was 6 battles. So I missed the first one, and I heard that Pat Stay won. That's what people are telling me. Some people are going for Real Sick, so that's one that I got to watch back. The second battle, it was Jazz the Rapper versus Gadders. I'm not very familiar with Jazz the Rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting back into battle rap after a couple years. Like I've been watching battle rap now heavy. But I have a really big gap in my battle rap history. So Jazz the Rapper, I missed her time because she definitely has not put nothing out in the last 2.5 years. And I would say that like at least that. And I would say I've been kind of embedded into it like at least the last 2.5, almost 3 years now. So I have not seen anything from her. She battling Gaddis. I know Gaddis can rap. She killed Gaddis, you know what I mean? But Gaddis, I think she doesn't get enough credit for her third round. I think her third round was hard. I think she didn't get swept, but her mic was fucking up, and her mic was fucking up the whole battle. So I think it takes away from that. But I think Gaddis, her biggest mistake was actually going second. I mean, Jazz the Rapper is so popular. She has so much charisma. And I could just tell that from the reactions that you need to work to steal the crowd before she does, or whatever. So you gotta establish what the tone of this battle is gonna be. When Jazz the Rapper basically comes out, we don't want to hear this rapidy rap stuff, whatever. Everybody erupts, everybody's getting crazy, and so and Daylight talked about that too. That is what put her behind the 8 ball a little bit, right? So boom, so she gets killed, whatever. Move on to the next one. The third battle of the night is actually Tay Rock and Twerk, whatever. So I'm like, oh shit. So I'm at this point, I'm where I was supposed to be. I was at my homie's crib, and I don't really have close friends that watch battle rap. So I forced my friends to watch battle rap with me, just so they can get talking about it. Just so because it's something I love this shit right now. Like I'm loving it. So I want my friends to love it too. Now they don't have to love it like I do. They don't have to watch like I do, but I will force you to watch an event, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So that battle goes on. This is what I say, man. I gotta watch it back. Yo, Tay Rock's second round, probably the craziest round of the whole event, right? It was a little bit OD though. Like he was going, like it was like there was points where you thought, like, all right, you got him. Like you won that round, whatever. You got him. Tay-Rock keeps going. Tay-Rock keeps going. And he's like, I'm not finished. I'm not finished. And he keeps going. He keeps going. He keeps going. Now, that was one of them it was one of them rounds where it literally feels like it took over the whole battle, because I really don't remember. I don't remember anything that happened in the first round. I don't really remember anything that happened in the third round. I do know that Rock's third round was not that strong. I do know that the way the battle started, Twerk, because Twerk goes first. Twerk did start out really strong. I thought that Rock answered with maybe like, I think they both kind of they're both of their rounds kind of tailed off in the first. Like it kind of tapered off. Like it was like high intensity, and it kind of just got like regular. So I think I feel like Rock's first round was better quality, but I think though Twerk got bigger reactions, but he got reactions based off of like his little slogans that he does. He does this thing, strapped in. He does another thing where everybody knows the words, whatever. And I'm like, Twerk, he's nice. I'm not gonna say he's weak. I'm not gonna say he's weak at all, because I think I come off as a Twerk hater. Shout out to Wayman, shout out to Wayne Sweeney, man. Like these guys, I know they're big Twerk fans, and I know they look at me as a Twerk hater. I mean, I had Wayne Sweeney on. I think that was episode 20, episode 19, maybe 18 with Jada Flips. So we talked a little bit about battle rap there. I know that's their favorite battle rapper, and I know I come off as a Twerk hater. I'm not a Twerk hater. I just happen to catch Twerk. Like when I started watching battle rap, I happened to watch him when he was fucking up a lot. You know what I mean? Like I caught a bad pocket of Twerk, whatever. Now I've looked over all his battles over the years. You know what I mean? Like I've seen all the biggest battles that I need to see from him. He definitely got some wins. He definitely has some losses. Not even battles that he choked in. He did not just beat everybody. But I feel like this is what I say. I feel like Twerk gets credit when he comes prepared with 3 rounds. He gets credit for that. You know what I mean? And people give him the boost for that. Like, oh, yeah, yep, he came prepared. So it's like almost like he automatically won. And so I'll say I'll watch it again. That night, in the room, I had Rock winning. You know what I mean? I had it clear, but I ain't gonna lie. The way that second round was, he literally took all the momentum away from Twerk, right? So Twerk comes to second round. He takes all that second round momentum. And I even think that he hurts Twerk's third round, because it's like after what Rock did in that second, it's like, yo, what are you gonna say? Like, what can you even say? So since he zapped the energy out the room, or at least Twerk's momentum, I think I am looking at it maybe like from that lens. So I gotta watch it again to see the 3 rounds. So I've been talking a little bit too much about this battle. But let me move on to the next one. Calico and Surf. Surf, to me, I thought it was like even though he was the favorite, for me, it was kind of like an upset, because I really thought I didn't think that Surf was going to be prepared. He came with 3 good rounds. He wins the battle. I think he lost. I think it was 2-1. Surf. I think Surf got the second and third. Calico was talking, and that's the thing. Calico he's not really punch heavy. He has that like that boss talk kind of swagger to him, but that shit only hits for so long. You know what I mean? Like you have to really be saying heavy stuff. Like it has to be stuff that really resonates. And I think like, yeah, he was saying some real shit, some shit that you would be like, yeah, you agree with, but it's a battle at the end of the day too. Like, so you got to hit this man, right? Boom. So that's that battle. Surf won. Yeah, I definitely got Surf winning. I did not predict Surf to win. I predicted him lose. Now you got Rum Nitty and T-Rex, right? That was the penultimate battle, right? Battle before the finale. Weak ass battle, bro. Rum Nitty, I love Rum Nitty. I think he's nice. I think that he does need to switch up his style a little bit. Hearing Daylight talk about it, right? He does this setup, haymaker, setup, haymaker. So, and like that's all he does. Like there's really no flow to Nitty's raps, whatever. Like in terms of like how he it's some filler, but like I said, it's setup, and then he does come. his punchlines usually hit. I mean, he usually has a really good punchline. A lot of times his punchlines are very intricate in some ways, but I think he stops too much. I mean, like, and I don't know if he's stopping for the reaction, but I feel like he stops because he wants people to hear what he's saying. But we're listening. We can hear what you're saying. Sometimes you just gotta go. That's why I like Geechi Gotti, because when they say every fucking bar, it don't mean that necessarily every bar is a body bag or a haymaker, but he doesn't waste bars. You know what I mean? Like every bar is like a punchline. Like it's like then there's boom. And like it might not be the haymaker, but it's a power punch. You know what I mean? It's a hook or something. And then boom, he hits you with the haymaker. You know what I'm saying? And then usually he shakes the room. But anyway, that was a bad battle. I thought that was a bad matchup. I guess a rematch from back in the day. Rex is not the same Rex. You know what I mean? Like, and you could kind of see it. Just he wasn't really getting the reaction I think he thought he deserved. But he really wasn't saying much either. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was funny. Somebody said it was like they had it 0-0 going into the third round. I would say that, man, let's just call it 2-1, but Nitty clearly won, but it just was not a good result. Right. Which that leads into the last battle, man. The last battle. Yo, I kind of, man, let me see if I can play something else again. Let's see.
They say your stages to the
top 10.
Oh, they forgot how we got here. Why they talking like we not here?
Why they talking like we not here?
We been punching on them up.
Why they talking like we not here, man? Let's talk heavy, easy. Keep going, man.
Yeah. Y'all forgot about the barbershop, the Black Star. The small room, but it stops here. Easy. We about to take it back to the smack era. It's only right cause the block had. Hey, yo, Cal, this what I gotta do? Play politics, not with you. We supposed to be the last of the best of them. See what that money do? Extra 5,000 we running through. Jump on a plane and I come to you. Just text B's what you wanna do. Just text me that he want too much for you. I got him scared and I'm comfortable. Since I sense fear, bought the sharks for you. This a new year, what you wanna do? Lose around here, put your name in the article. Free too remarkable,
I'm too real. That's what he said. I'm too real. Yo, man, yo. So let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. So I came in with my prediction, right? I predicted the upset. Geechi got the upset. Like Geechi got the upset, and it was a valiant effort, whatever. It was crazy. It was crazy because the battle comes on, and I was worried. I was worried about it. Whatever. I had my man, author Mike Anthony on here. My man Mike Baskerville, Mike B. He was on here, and he talking about, he expects a gentleman's 30. Like Lux was gonna gentleman's 30 Geechi. Nah. And granted, I think he still assumes that Lux won. Lux did not win this battle, bro. Lux did not win this battle. But anyway, first round, Geechi comes out, bombs, just dropping bombs on this dude, man, dropping straight up bombs. And the crowd does not win you the battle. The crowd does not win you the battle, but at the same time, you have to perform, whatever. And he was giving him Lux bars. He was at Lux's neck, right? I watched a lot of recaps of this battle so far, and everybody's saying like, yo, I don't think I remember nobody being at Lux's neck like this. Like who was ever at Lux's neck like this? Yo, he was at Lux's neck, right? Boom, dropping bombs. The only battler to keep it current and talk about the Nunu Nail situation. I liked how he tied that into Lux, whatever, because she does act like she has this like big crush on Lux and that she can't talk bad about Lux, whatever. So he used that to his advantage. And then he starts killing her too, whatever. Boom. He ends the first round with just straight up bombs, whatever, like crowd shaking bombs, whatever. Like, and it's like he has all the momentum, right? So then Lux comes in to battle first round. And here's the thing. A lot of times people just, granted, yes, Lux, he is a battler that you got to rewind and you got to listen for some deeper meaning, whatever. However, nobody was missing nothing that Lux said. Nobody was missing the things that he said. Now, granted, will I find some things? Will I find some things? Yes, but in terms of the overall message, right? His material was not better than Geechi's material. Is he a better skilled rapper than Geechi Gotti? Yes, he is. Did he win the battle? Is he a better battler than Geechi? I don't think so at all. Like at this point, no, he's not a better battle rapper. At the end of the day, it's not just about bars. It's not just about how you paint the picture, whatever. It's how you attack your opponent. And yo, he did not like he was rapping like, and he had some stuff. So it makes you feel like, yo, he's on this God tier. Like, yo, he's talking above. Like, oh, yo, y'all don't like it, whatever. I still had after that first round, I'm feeling great. Even though Lux's first round was heavy. I thought this is what I thought. All right, that first round scary because if that's just the first round, Lux can turn up. Like maybe Lux is going to turn up because it was a good Lux. It was better than any of the 3 rounds. His first round against Geechi is better than any of the 3 rounds that he had against Surf, right? When he battled him last year. Better than all them rounds, whatever. So I'm sitting here thinking like, all right, well, it could be a long night for Geechi, whatever. But I felt like after the first round, I felt like that wasn't enough. I felt like it wasn't enough, and I'm listening. I'm listening to what he's saying. He had a couple hot joints in the first, whatever. The grasshopper bug out locust joint, like that was hot, whatever. But again, he ain't say nothing. He ain't say nothing to Geechi that we ain't never heard before. You know what I'm saying? He ain't come with no new angle. He ain't come with nothing. Like it was actually for Lux, it was mid. To me, it was mid, right? But that was his best round. That's the thing. That was his best round. So people give him that, whatever. Boom. Second round, Geechi fucking leaves. He leaves this nigga at the red light. You know what I'm saying? Geechi leaves this nigga at the red light, dropping all type of crazy bombs. He doing the crackhead scheme. He doing basically a cokehead, crackhead scheme, whatever. And if you look at Lux looks like a fiend. Like he looks like he's on something. The way his mannerisms, he looks like he's on drugs. You know what I mean? Like, yo, that scheme the scheme that he was using in that round, I felt like it killed Lux, and he was just dropping bombs, and he was basically he was talking heavy. I mean, that's the round where he started talking about basically like the industry of battle rap and how it's grown, and how, yes, you might be the pioneer, but like people like me in my era, we've taken it to another level, right? So that's why I played that song, right? The Say It With Your Chest, and also the top tier, because yo, these guys from yesteryear, right? They're obviously nice. They're legends, right? You can't take their legend status away. And even though Lux loses this battle, he's still a legend, right? But you cannot, he's not unbeatable. He's not, whatever. So second round, Lux actually is rapping some shit. Like Lux actually, he can steal this rap. Like I didn't think he could really steal it, but he's rapping enough. He's saying enough intricate stuff that's like, all right, you talking, but he starts to stumble in a second, right? And it's weird because when you talk about how technically sound he is, whatever, well, that's a part of being technically sound, right? You don't get excuses for stumbling, whatever, especially not a Lux, especially not this God tier level rapper. Like you can't stumble. So he was stumbling a little bit in the second, but then after the second ends, it was like, oh, that's all you had? Like you had some punches in there. Like you had some heat that was probably better even than in the first round. But at the same time, the choppiness of it and just the magnitude of what Geechi did in that second, like Geechi, he's going up now. Like he's going on the incline. So second round, clear Geechi. Third round comes. So third round, Geechi's doing his thing. I mean, he's doing his thing. Like he's rapping. And this is where I'll say Geechi leaves the door open for Lux. Geechi leaves the door open for Lux but he had a nice punch in there where he talks about like not choking and things like that, and how Smack said if we choke, we ain't getting our second half, whatever. So that adds a whole different wrinkle to it, right? So then Geechi, he does this thing where whenever I think people assume too, whenever he says, yeah, I think people think that he's stumbling, which here's the thing. I don't know if he's like he might, I don't think he stumbled. He didn't stumble, but I felt like he went off script. I mean, maybe he forgot. I think maybe he lost his train of thought or something, whatever. So, the last part of that round, he's freestyling. Now, his freestyle game works. It does work for him. Like he does know how to do it well enough that it does hold up, right? However, like sometimes that shit can miss, whatever. He even took the time to check a nigga that was behind Lux that was talking shit. Like he actually did that 2 different times. He did that in the first and he did that in the third. He had time enough to check somebody, and in some ways, it's still he just had this control of the crowd and everything, and he still was able to drop bombs. Like he had crazy reactions and dropping bombs and just talking heavy in that third round. But it was a beatable round. That I will admit that Geechi Gotti's third was beatable. However, I still think he was talking heavy. I mean, he pulled a veteran move. I mean, like he was able to like whatever get off a course. I mean, if it feels like, damn, why are you addressing these other people? But no, that all adds to his allure. That all adds up to what he was doing, whatever, right? So boom, Lux goes, right? And Lux, the way he even starts the third round, I don't know if y'all heard him. He was like, I'm tired of shit, whatever. Like, so he already had like kind of like a little bit of a stumble, whatever. He's making excuses, kind of not even really getting to whatever he's supposed to be getting to. So he's rapping, and then he kind of chokes, like he kind of like oh, and then he picks it back up, and even though he picked it up though, he lost all the energy was lost. All the energy was lost, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Like he caught himself. He caught himself. Like I don't know if he knew he was choking, if he knew that he forgot the material, but like it just was not hitting, whatever. So I would say technically he didn't choke because he picked it back up, but people call littler things chokes. Like when somebody slips up their words one time, they call that a choke. So like if all them other examples is chokes, what Lux did in the third round was definitely a choke. And so you could say he lost the third by default. Even whatever he was saying was not, again, going back to material, even whatever he was saying was not better than what Geechi was saying, right? Like it just wasn't, like it wasn't resonating. It was like you could read between the lines. You could read between the heavy, the crowd. You can read between those lines, but then you can also read between all the stuff that Lux does to get to the punch, because I felt like Lux was like landing punchlines, but they were jabs. He's doing a lot of moving, doing a lot of dodging just to land a jab. But Geechi, he's hitting you with combinations. You know what I mean? Because with every fucking bar, like he literally every bar be a punchline where it's like you taking hits, you're taking hits, and then he hits you with the haymaker. He does a room shaking type of haymaker, and then it's over. And I man, just because I don't want to lose credibility in battle rap community. I mean, I would personally say it's a gentleman's 30. But since I will give Lux the first, even though I don't want to really give Lux the first. I don't think gentleman's 30. I ain't mad if you call it 2-1, but clear Geechi Gotti win. And either way, this was supposed to be in court, even to the prediction of my guess, right? This is supposed to be a 30. This is supposed to be a landslide. This is supposed to be clear win for Lux. He didn't win. He didn't win at all. And it definitely, and if you saying he won, there's no way you could feel proud about that win. That's the thing too. Like I'm leaving that battle as a Geechi Gotti fan, like relieved. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I'm leaving my homie crib, and I was ecstatic. Like it wasn't one of them where, because I left some Geechi battles thinking like, I don't know how people are gonna react to this. Nah, I left this Geechi battle like, oh, it's over. Like what are we talking about right now? I think I like, if go see Daylight. Daylight has a really good, very insightful reaction to it. He says Lux got 30 as well. There's a couple people that are saying Lux 30. There's people that will not allow that to happen. But listen to Daylight, man, what he says, because I don't want to take none of his talking points, but he makes a couple good distinctions where, like, basically, like, the fans are apologists for Lux. Like, a lot of fans won't admit to certain things that he does that he doesn't do well, or doesn't, when he doesn't perform, they don't want to admit it. So we'll say that. So Geechi Gotti with the win. He's clearly he is the new face of battle rap. He's been the face probably, over the last year. He's been the face, most sought after dude. I think now he's at a level where, you know what I mean? Like, he can sit back if he wants to. The thing is, though, that's not Geechi Gotti's character. Congratulations to Geechi, man, because he's about to get married, he said. And he might be OVO now. Like, so shout out to Drake, man, for, you know what I mean? Like, and I love that. I love that kind of synergy. But Geechi is on another level, man. Like, I think he finally, y'all need to finally give him some respect, right? Because I think a lot of people just look at Geechi and they just think, like, oh, all he is punches. All he is the gang street shit. Well, Lux, all he is the wisdom sage. I'm gonna talk down on you because I'm here with the moon and the stars. Like that's all Lux is. You know what I mean? So like why do we fault people for having styles? You know what I mean? Like, everybody has a style. If you actually watch Geechi Gotti battles, though, he don't approach every battle the same way. He didn't even say the use a bitch. You know what I mean? He did not even use that. Now, it was funny because Lux did have a hot bar about who you calling a bitch and use a bitch. Like, he did it twice. He did use a bitch in the second round, and then I'm talking about Lux. He said a use the bitch line, and then he did a good Queen Latifah, Rum Nitty, UNITY, who you calling the bitch. That was a crazy punch. That was a crazy punch by Lux. But at the same time, to me, it did, because that was when he started choking too. And it was like, it didn't land because, like, he never called you a bitch. Like, he never called it. He never used that scheme. He never used that signature move. And so it kind of fell flat. But shout out to Geechi Gotti, man. He knows he can hold his head high, man. Like, and he could be proud of this. I do still see some people in the battle rap community saying Lux won. I just don't. You got to be real with yourself, man. Like, you know what I mean? And when it's real, y'all can tell. Y'all can see it in their eyes. And like, y'all niggas that's saying that he won, y'all not being real with yourself, man. Like for real, be real with yourself and call it what it is, man. And don't even give me the like, default, whatever. It was literally like, we talk about outclass, like, right? Well, yeah, you can be outclassed in terms of like lyrical miracle stuff, but you can also be outclassed as a battler. And Lux was outclassed, man. He lost the battle. Geechi was getting at this dude. Anything that Lux was saying, good rapping, but not good battle rapping. Like, it's just not. You're not gonna beat him talking about some boohoo Gullah Gullah Island shit. Like, that's weak, bro. That's weak. Those ain't even good bars. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. The next event is this coming weekend, Smack 8. There's a couple battles. I'm not gonna even get into no predictions of that or anything like that. But I'm looking for. I don't even know. Geechi does still have some top guys he could battle now, but Lux is like supposed to be the end boss. You know what I mean? Maybe we get a Geechi Mook battle one day. Maybe he battles Hollow the Dime. Maybe he battles Hitman Hollow. So he does have some heavy hitters that he can still go up against. But as of right now, man, he's in the driver's seat for champion of the year. That'll be if he wins champion of the year for 2021. That would be 3 belts in 4 years. 3 belts in 4 years. So that's a dynasty, man. Like, that's a dynasty. So shout out to Geechi. Shout out to Drake. Hey, if you've been watching this long, man, first I just want to say, man, shout out to everybody that's been tapping in. We're gonna have a guest next week. We're gonna get back to the regularly scheduled programming. It's actually a dude out of Harrisburg, a comedian. His name is Matt Moyer. I want y'all to go check out his content too. It's called Channel 5 Ratchet News. Channel 5 Ratchet News. He's supposed to be in here. He's gonna be on here next week. We're gonna do that interview. Hopefully, y'all get some laughs out of that. And I think we're gonna bring the group settings back. I mean, we're gonna get Group Chat Chronicles on here real soon. Real soon. I gotta set that up. But yeah, we're gonna get some groups back up in here. Spice it up. I just gotta tell y'all, man, like it ain't the summertime no more, man. So it's a lot harder for me to get the content put together, whatever. Like, and it's only because my time has like been cut into like 2/3. Like 2/3 of my time has been cut out of my life. Yeah, you know what I mean, like that's how I feel. So like I'm working with a real small fraction of time, but we still putting out the content, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna miss a week because I don't have a guest. You know what I mean? I'm gonna still make it work even by myself. Y'all just gonna have to hear me talk shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did today. Yo, if you've been watching this long, man, yo, shout out to you. I appreciate you. I need you to hit that subscribe button. Yo, share with somebody. Yo, I'm on Facebook now. You can catch me 280 plus _ pod. I'm on Instagram. Yeah, I mean, y'all know to hit me on the gram. On Twitter, you know what I mean? Loso Fresh 456, you know what I'm saying? Yo, again, thank you. Yo, none of this would be possible without y'all, man. I really appreciate the support. Yo, just share it, man. Yo, shout another thing, right? For the last couple months, people have been having trouble sharing things, sharing content on Instagram because Instagram did a reshare sticker. Well, there's good news. The reshare sticker is gone, right? So it don't matter if you like my stuff or anybody. If you like anybody, if you support anybody that's on Instagram, yo, they want our dollars, right? So we can pay. We can definitely pay for promotion, but yo, ain't nothing stronger than word of mouth, man. Ain't nothing stronger than, I mean, because if I see my friend sharing something, I'm gonna look at their story and be more inclined to look at what they're sharing as opposed to just getting some sponsored ad. You know what I mean? Like I don't click on them shits. I swipe them Jones all the time. That's good for the people that I don't have access to, but for the people that know me, that can rub shoulders with me, that's in my circle, yo, share somebody's content, man. Share somebody's content today because there should be no more restrictions or parameters that prevent you from doing that. Yo, I think this episode is still about an hour long. I can't believe I talked this long. But yeah, man, we getting this content out. Again, I appreciate y'all. Now I'm just rambling. This is another episode of the 280 Plus podcast, yo. We out. Peace.